the highest grossing standalone Superman film to date. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend. Before I get into today's topic, I want to give a quick shout out to Troy Stone. Thank you so much for the super thanks, and George Barrett. I appreciate your guys' kind comments about my channel and my content. And any new subscribers, shout out to you guys as well. And thanks for the continued support from anyone who's been following my channel. And I appreciate all of that. So thank you. And if you are new, thank you for checking it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave today's video. Alright, so I don't know if this is exactly video worthy, but I think it is, because I just like when, you know, people in the entertainment industry and people who I'm a fan of get the recognition that they deserve, that sometimes is, you know, overlooked or not as much appreciated as it should be by critics or even some fans who are just, you know, kind of, I think, over the top hateful about certain things. And obviously I think that has been the case a lot with Henry Cavill over the years. On the To Doom page from Netflix, I want to just highlight what they have to say about, they have the profile for Henry Cavill, and I want to highlight especially what it says the very first sentence in this profile, in this little bio that they have. It says, actor Henry Cavill gained international stardom playing Superman in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, the highest grossing standalone Superman film to date. Before I continue with everything else that it says, I just want to say that I'm like, thank you Netflix for highlighting that in the opening of this profile, in this little bio that they have on him, because I think it often goes overlooked when people say that Man of Steel was a failure, that no one liked his Superman. Like, there's always going to be people who don't like a certain version of a character from a certain actor or iteration or whatever, but people still want to say the thing that, you know, this was a failure and that was a failure, but based on what standards? I don't understand the criteria of what they are putting in failure. First of all, like it says, highest grossing Superman movie to date, standalone Superman film. How's that considered a failure? Obviously it was, you know, different from the other Superman movies that we've had in the past, which is not a bad thing. You know, it's difficult for directors to come in and actors to come in and play these characters that have such a long history and, you know, such iconic people attached to them. And you want to do the character justice. You want to have homages to all of the, you know, classic things about the character and other movies that came before it and comic book things. And then you also want to stay true to the source material, but you don't want it to be the same as every other film or version of the character that's come before it. So that's a very hard task to do. And I think Man of Steel is such a perfect example of how well that was done. I can't tell you how many people I've seen on, like, just, you know, online say that Man of Steel is the reason they became a Superman fan and that they didn't really care much for the character before. And I love seeing comments like that, because I think that's a very difficult thing to do, like I said, especially with these iconic characters that are the most well-known globally, on a global scale. After all these years of this character being so well-known, how do you suddenly bring in new fans of that character that, you know, I think it's just crazy to me when I see comments like that. And I think I really appreciate when people have something like that to say about Man of Steel. It just took a whole new perspective on, it's actually from his perspective, right? From Clark's perspective. I appreciate that that's how they opened up this condensed description of some of Henry's work. Goes on to say, he later starred as August Walker in Mission Impossible Fallout opposite Tom Cruise. The film achieved critical acclaim and went on to be the highest grossing installment in the blockbuster franchise. That I also did not know. I didn't know it was the highest grossing one in the Mission Impossible franchise, so that's pretty cool too. A great movie, by the way. Cavill leads the Netflix drama series The Witcher, based on the fantasy saga. He also stars as Sherlock Holmes in the Netflix adaptation of Enola Holmes and reprised his role in the sequel. I love all of those projects from him as well. Next up, Cavill stars in director Matthew Vaughn's globe-trotting spy thriller Argylle, which came out in February. Director Chad Stahelski's highly anticipated reboot of Highlander, and the romantic drama The Rosie Project. A lot of things coming out from Henry Cavill in the near future. Argylle came out in February, and The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare comes out this month in April. I think a lot of people are really interested to see what they're doing with the Highlander series or the reboot. Henry Cavill, when he's asked about it in recent interviews, he doesn't He says that he can't say much about it except that he's really excited about what they're doing with it. The director has talked about it a little bit as well. This one, the romantic drama The Rosie Project, I want to say that I saw that title come up in an article not too long ago, but I'm not 100% sure. Since he has taken on so many projects over the past several years, and currently, I think it's going to be something a little bit different from what we've seen him in over the past few years and coming up to. Not to mention, he also has the Amazon Prime. He's leading that entire project for the Warhammer 40,000. I just wanted to share this because I saw someone share it on Twitter, and I thought it was, admirable of Netflix to highlight that aspect of his role as Superman in Man of Steel, especially the whole roller coaster that, if I just always imagine that if it was such a roller coaster for us fans to see him as Superman over the years and thought he was going to come back and then he couldn't, and imagine how much more so it has been for him. Just go back to, speaking of Tudum, the last Tudum event last summer, seeing the crowd's reception to him and seeing how emotional he is in reaction to their reception is just, I think that was like the first big appearance that he had after he had to make the announcement that he was not coming back as Superman as he had previously announced. So I think that probably just added to the whole emotional aspect of it. And that was, going to be his last season as The Witcher. So, I think a lot of fans were I think he really felt the love and appreciation from fans at that event. Hopefully continuing forward he does as well, because I think a lot of us that are fans of him are just happy to support everything that he has going forward. So shout out to Netflix for that very nice highlight that they included there. The Ministry of Enchanted Warfare comes out this month, April 19th, same day as Rebel Moon 2, but actually early screenings are starting April 13th, so I think that movie is going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to it. And everything else that he has coming out soon. I think it'd be cool to see something from the Warhammer 40,000 project that he's leading at Amazon Prime sometime soon. It'd be cool to see something from that. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Check out anything you might have missed recently, including the short section. And don't forget to check out the Hive Marketplace link in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for the support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.